Hey there, YouTubes. This is Polizei 212. I decided to do a little unboxing video today. I got a new package in this wonderful nondescript brown cardboard box that just came in this afternoon from UPS. I thought I would share with you guys. Maybe you'll be interested in it, maybe you won't. It's fine either way. But let's get into it. I thought I would do this live on camera, since that way everybody can see what we have. Hopefully we've got everything in frame here. You can see. Go ahead and, sharp objects, I probably should stay away from them. But hey, at least I'm not running around with them like scissors. Okay, let's see what we got in the box. I haven't told you where it's from. I'll kind of leave that as a surprise, and maybe you'll see it on the description of the video. But anyway, so I kind of bought this on a whim. Wasn't really a road name that I particularly wanted, but for the price, I couldn't beat it. So, as you can see by now, with the information that's inside the box, besides my invoice, we have some Conductor Club information. So yes, I did buy this. This is a Conductor Club locomotive. I couldn't obviously get the one that I really wanted, but maybe later on. And if anybody's interested, it's like $30 a year, and you can buy things from them at a much better price than normal retail. These are the new ones that are come out for HO and N-Scale this year. The Vanderbilt locomotives and the Northerns. I'm not sure that I'm even going to get either one of these. I'm more in tune. If I was going to get either of them, it'd be the Christmas edition. So I have to think about that, whether I want to do that or not. Not a big steam person. I love steam engines. I just don't run steam engines on my layout right now. I'm rethinking that whole thing. So let's go ahead and do away with the fluff here that they've sent in here. Lots and lots of paper materials. Now this is my very first Conductors Club locomotive. I have several Broadway Limiteds. Obviously, I'll turn this around so you guys can see. Get the reflection off there, because God, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. But yes, this is the one that I got. Now this one is a refurbished, because I did not get in to buy one of these when they came out originally. So this one hit the outlet store on Broadway Limited Imports website. So I was able to pick this up and still get a good deal on it. They still give me the full 1-year warranty. I actually get a longer warranty because I'm a member of the Conductors Club. So it still I get the extended warranty and their wonderful customer service, which I've been a fan of ever since I've been dealing with them, which has not been very long. So let's stop the chit-chat and get right into what's in the box. We'll just set this over here out of the way. So we get our Paragon 4 Operator's Manual for diesel locomotives, which is a good read. Lots of CV information. If you have one, you've read them all. Warranty card. Smoke unit information. Tells you, how to fill it, how much to fill it with, how to turn it on, and how to change the CV settings to make the smoke either more or less depending upon your preference. I leave them at stock. I'm sure others will disagree, and that's fine. Feel free to disagree in the comments. But I leave mine at stock for no other reason than I don't feel the need to mess with it. It puts off enough smoke to choke you out of the room. And since I'm only in about a 12 by 14 room anyway, I don't have an endless ability to just keep burning stuff. We'll flip this around the right way. You can see the exploded view. So this is going to be an ES44AC CSX type. Just kind of gives it away what's in the box. More information from them. And we will get to, ooh, there it is. So no surprise, it is a CSX unit. It is the Western Maryland. Now, I'm not a Western Maryland fan. I really don't even know who they were. I know more of just CSX in general. chassis system, seaboard, coast, those type of part of CSX's heritage. Western Maryland was not something that I knew of. So we'll go ahead and get this out of the box and take a look at it and see what Refurbished has to offer us. Oh, by the way, there's a filter or funnel rather, in the box. So if you want to funnel your smoke juice in there, you can. I'm a big fan, not a paid subscriber, not a paid person. I don't speak of this because they pay me. They don't. In fact, nobody pays me for anything. I pay for everything myself. This one's Candy Cane by JT's Mega Steam. And then this one is the Donut Shop. And that's what I use. I'm sure there's other ones out there. I've heard of some folks using mineral oil. I use smoke fluid, and that's fine for me. So, oh my. It's more black on there than I was anticipating. I didn't really, because I don't know the heritage of this unit. Knowing all the stuff about it is something I definitely didn't know. But, and I'll rotate this so you guys can see, this is what it looks like. And I do have better cameras coming. I could have done this on my Insta360, but I have to set up a whole bunch of lights for that to work right, and I just didn't feel like doing that. But you can see this is a really, really pretty locomotive. Now, obviously it came from the refurb shop. They didn't even bother to put foam in the nose of the unit, but they did put some in the tail and along the sides. Really nice hand grabs along the side. We do have the horn, which is awesome that it's not broken off. The antenna array looks fine. Windows, shades, wipers, front grabs. Everything is present and accounted for. And you can see the back of the locomotive there. It's a little hard to, let's see if we get our hand in there to get this camera to focus the way I want it to. It's hard to see. I apologize, folks. I'm working on better lighting if I'm going to continue doing this. It depends on you folks. If you like what you see, like what you hear, by all means hit the like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. But this is the locomotive CSX 1852. And if you don't know anything about BLI, if you get back here to this little section back here, you can turn the smoke on and off with a switch. You don't have to keep it on. So you do have the ability to turn it on and off with the CV function 7, F7, or you can indeed just go ahead and flip the switch if you don't want it to come on. There's other settings you can do where you can change it so that it doesn't come on automatically. As most BLIs with smoke, as soon as you start the engine, does startup sequence, it immediately starts pumping out smoke. And I'll show you that. We'll put it up on the track and you guys can take a look at it and see what you think. But yeah, this is a really pretty locomotive. I mean, the wheels are all they're all blacked out, and the trucks have the applied brake hoses. You can see the MU hoses on the front and the back. They are black body colored, but you do get some really fine detail. I don't expect this to be any less of a stunner than the other BLIs that I have. Now, one of the things I do find about my BLIs, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, is the SD70 ACEs that are die cast are phenomenal. They are beautifully running engines and their sound is superb. I think the ES44s, because of how they have to locate the speakers underneath, and I don't think the sound gets traveled as well, and the die-cast body also helps some in funneling that sound down where the plastic just kind of reverberates and absorbs it. So I think the SD70s, as far as sound-wise, have been far better than any of my ES44s or even my SD45, which I think suffers from sound. I'm going to change those speakers out to some better quality ones. I just don't think these ones are great. Now, this does come equipped with Paragon 4. So if you are familiar with the Paragons. It's a really good sound system and includes the ability to work with a BLI Rolling Thunder system, which can put sound from this locomotive, Bluetooth, to this device that will, well, it's more like a radio signal than a Bluetooth, but anyway, it will send that signal to the device, which can send the signal to a subwoofer so that you get the feel of the locomotive. Now, I do have the system, but I'm still working on obtaining the proper speaker for it. I've been doing some research. There's a couple of options that I've been thinking about. Both are 10-inch because of how much they can thump. I'm looking at a 600 watt with 10-inch powered subwoofer. You don't need tweeters and mid-ranges. You just want the subwoofer for the sound. But you can see this is just a beautiful CSX. I do love CSX locomotives. I think they're they're really stunning looking locomotives. Something about that. And they run local to me here in my part of the world in Ohio. So I see these fellows a lot. CSX, Norfolk Southern. I see Wheeling and Lake Erie. Some of the other ABC Railway, which is a subsidiary of Wheeling. But this is why I really like these guys and Norfolk Southern. I don't have a lot of Norfolk Southern type equipment, just because I never really have gotten into the black locomotives. But I did pick up this little gem here, which is a Norfolk Southern done up in Erie and Lackawanna paint scheme for the Heritage locomotives. That is unfortunately a Bachmann. Runs great, sound is horrible. But we can fix that with an ESU lock sound and better speakers. But again, this is the Western Maryland CSX. Now I'll move us down to the layout and we can take a look at this with it set up and running. Okay, so I went ahead and put the train, the locomotive, up on the test track just so that we could see this together, a little bit more of a controlled environment, in my opinion. And we can get a better look at the detail, how things are looking. We can take a look at the startup sequence and see how that all goes. So let's try that first and see how things go. And we can make a determination from there. We'll let this play out. We obviously have lots of smoke, but no problem at all. Rip roaring away. We'll go ahead and turn that off while we're just sitting here. All right. That number boards light up nicely. Let's try number 1, the horn. Oh, that's number 1's the bell. Sorry. Horn. And there's our headlights. And we got the alternating ditch lights, which is pretty synonymous with CSX. There's our bell. We'll roll forward on sections. Well, that's step 1 on the NCE power cab. No problem at all. Rolls right along pretty smoothly. And this is just a small section of test track. So I can't go real far real fast. And back to the front. Turn off our headlights. Which does not turn off our headlights. That is an interesting thing. I'll have to worry about how to turn off the ditch lights. This is the first one I've gotten that did that. We'll turn that sound down a little bit. Normally on most of my locomotives the ditch lights will turn off, but this is a different one, so we'll play with it more as we get accustomed to it. But it's definitely a very nice representation of the CSX unit. We'll turn the sound back up. And we'll roll it forward a little bit. And we'll hit the old smoke again. And we're rolling smoke. Looking good. For a little bit more. And let's go ahead and get a better look at the back side of this locomotive, because it's just as pretty as the front. You can't go wrong if you got an ugly butt. And we're back on. And that's the tail end of the unit with the Western Maryland marking on it. And we'll go ahead and hit the reverse light. All right. We're getting there. Oh, we got our lights all on. And you can see that those lights do work in forward and reverse. Here we reverse, forward, and reverse. Very responsive engine. I don't question that at all. And good smoke. I mean, it really pumps out the smoke. So that's a good thing. So I paid about $224 or so on the Conductor Club with this. And the shipping, you know, obviously varies wherever you are in the country. But overall, very happy with this purchase. I'll definitely add it to my fleet of locomotives. It'll be my second CSX unit. I plan to add more. Right now I have a lot of GE demonstrators and some other things. I have one CSX unit, which is the law enforcement edition of the scale trains. But this is my BLI ES44AC in CSX Heritage Western Maryland Conductor Club locomotive. Any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll try to answer all of them if I can. If you have any comments, groans, moans, complaints, please let me know. We'll only get better by trying. And until next time, have a wonderful day.